Good day, time, my fuzzies, and welcome to a quick review of a game, movie, or TV show I just finished. All thoughts and feelings are my own and are just for fun, quick way to get out my feelings on what I just played or watched. So enjoy and don't take anything too seriously. Good day, time, my fuzzies, and welcome to a quick review of Paper Mario. Yeah. Overall, this game is a real treat. I enjoyed it immensely. It was a lot of fun going through everything, seeing the different places and people, and how the RPG kind of filled out characters like enemies that you usually don't see, which is why I like these RPG games. I highly recommend it. It is really fun. And, yeah, everything is really good. So, but going into more of the nitty-gritty, starting with the story. The story is simple enough. Mario is invited to Princess Peach's castle for a party. While there, Bowser bursts in, showing that he has the Star Rod, ex-MacGuffin of the story, and has captured the 7 star spirits. Excuse me. 7 star spirits, and is now all-powerful, and Mario can't stop him. And Mario is sent out of the castle as Bowser literally takes the Peach's castle into the sky. So Mario must go through the land of the Mushroom Kingdom, get all 7 star spirits back from Bowser's henchmen, get back to Bowser, beat him with a Star Rod, beat him even though he has a Star Rod, and get it back and make wishes go back to the world. And overall for the story, it is very, it's classic Mario, with a little twist of the star spirits and whatnot, which makes it, really good. I like the star spirits. They all have individual personalities. The people you meet along the way really add to, what's going on. They have their own thoughts of the princess being taken, or the area they're in, or Mario himself being a hero that's in this world. And so it makes for a very enjoyable story to go through and finally beat him in the end. That's fun. It is earned. You have to get all 7 stars to get away to Bowser's Kingdom, and then use them to stop Bowser. So overall, the story is really good, works really well, and knows what it is. It doesn't overstay its welcome, and it does, like I said, really good, giving you the basics. And there are some things where it's not just go to an area, get star, go to an area, get star. Sometimes it is that. But sometimes you have to, help people out to find children, to get a way to go around, and then talk to another guy. Sometimes it's look for a certain person and do a little puzzle thing. Sometimes it's just go into an area and literally get it. There's a lot going on that makes the story not feel like, go here, do this, go here, do this. Like the Penguin area has a murder mystery going on that you need to solve. The Dry Desert area, you need to find out how to summon the ruins itself, in order to go in there to get the Star Spirit. You have to find bulbs from all over the land to get seeds to make plants in a garden at Toad Town to open a portal to a whole different land where other stuff's going on there. So it varies up what goes on in every chapter of the book, of the whole story, which is nice. So nothing ever feels like, oh yeah, we're just going here to do this. There's always some reason and some struggle in the land or whatnot that makes it feel unique to that certain chapter. And I like it for that. But moving on into the characters. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't read Luigi's... I'm not going to read Luigi's Diary. You can read that on your own. Well, hi, Salem. Didn't know he was there. But going into the characters. So, of course, you have Mario, who's strong, competent. He doesn't talk at all in this game, just going like, and whatnot. But he proves that he is a hero, and other people from that like him, and congratulate him for that, I guess. And know he'll do good. From that, you have a variety of different allies from Goombella. Goombario. Goombella, I think, is something else. Bombetta, I think, is what I'm thinking of. You have Goombario, who strives to be like Mario, a hero and whatnot, and works hard to do so. You have Bombetta, who is captured by the Koopa Bros and imprisoned for not wanting to go along with their schemes, so you gotta get her out. There's Paracoopa, who delivers mail and wants you to help him deliver more afterwards and help you to go further. There is Bo, who is a Boo, who is the master of a Boo mansion and a bunch of Boos. Kind of the leader there, I think. There's Watt, who is a child electric thing. Who is Baby. There's Sushi, who is a guardian of Yoshi's on an island. And also has her own kids, apparently, even though that never comes up, I don't think. Except in a letter. And then Lackey Luster, who wants to be cool and prove he's a tough guy. Because if he can help Mario defeat Bowser, then he's the toughest person around. Each of them don't have the big... They do stand out. Oh, there's Koopa. There's a Koopa named Cooper, who's also there, who wants to adventure and whatnot. So all these characters are distinct. They have their own wants and needs and reasons to go with Mario, adding a little bit to the story and your partnership. Each of them also have their own abilities to help you out, but for character-wise, it's good. And you meet a bunch of different characters throughout. There's the Toads in Toad Town, of course. Some of them, more important, like Rusty. She cooks for you so she can mix things together to make you good items for battle and whatnot. There's a conductor Toad, or the train station Toad, who gets you on the train. There's an educated Toad who's looking through stuff and whatnot. Along with there's so many different characters in this. Like I said before, Yoshi Village has Yoshis there, and there's a Yoshi Chief. You meet penguins up in the north, and they're doing their own thing. A lot of it is surface level characters of them just going like, oh, hey, this is going on, or no, you can't go past here. But some of them do have personalities and have, more than just, I am NPC. Here's a random thing here's thing that you need to know that I'm not going to tell you normally. Or here's thing to put across that you might not know. Or what I'm talking about. But the characters are nice, and they're not the deepest thing in the world, but they get the job done, as everything in this game. Yeah, it's really good and nice to see the different you don't really see them interact, but see how people in the Mushroom Kingdom are outside of just, going through levels and whatnot, like Mario usually is. Besides that, you have the locations, and there are a lot of locations to go from. Going from your house, the Mario Brothers house, to Peach's castle. You then go into a Goomba village of sorts in little, plains area. Or then you go to a plains area, to Koopa Town and a Koopa Bros fortress, a castle of sorts. You go to a desert, you go to a haunted wood and ghost town / haunted mansion, twice type thing, fortress type thing. You go to an icy area, you go to a remote volcano, and I think that's it. Oh no, and a Shy Guy's toy box, which is more toy themed and very, very weird. But all the areas are distinct. They bring a lot to the chapters, so you're not just doing the same thing. The areas are nice, they have distinct enemies in them, and distinct characters around as well. And yeah, they really add to the sense of this being a gigantic Mushroom Kingdom that you are exploring, going around, meeting new people, and just going for the last thing in the end. With a lot of history behind it, and a lot, which is why I like these RPGs. Because they are very good at giving story, even if you don't see or they don't tell you what's going on. There are some details you can see and go, oh yeah, X and Y are kind of connected here. So it's nice. Besides that, going into the, what is it? The, controls, how it's played. How do I say it? The gameplay? The gameplay, I guess. So the game works normally. There's a outer world where Mario can walk around, jump, use a hammer when he gets it, and, you solve puzzles by hitting switches or walking to areas, finding keys to open doors and whatnot. So some very basic stuff. And then you go into combat, where if you jump on an enemy or hammer an enemy, you can go into First Strike, where you immediately do some damage to the enemy before the battle even starts. But when it does start, it goes into a turn-based thing, starting with Mario, who can use items, hammer, he can jump on enemies, or he can call the Star Spirits if he has any. They have various powers, or even some other options. He can also switch out to his ally, who at first only has 2 moves, but by the end, through powering up, they can get 4 in total. And it kind of goes where you pick your move, you press A at the right time in order to do more damage, and whatnot. Or you do whatever it says to do more damage. Sometimes it's holding right, sometimes it's holding left down in order to until the bar fills up. Sometimes it's holding a button, sometimes it's mashing a few buttons, sometimes it's slapping the joystick to the left, or whatnot, a bunch of times, to give you variety in the attack to do the most damage it can. And then enemies, of course, attack you, in which case you can press the A button to negate some of that attack as well. So, it's very simple. Oh, that's going. It's very simple, it's clean, it works very well going through the world or battle. There are also badges you can get, which give you things. Some of them are simple, like, oh, it gives you more life. Some of them are, if you're in danger, which is 5 hit points or less, then enemies have a chance to miss you, or they do half damage, or you do more damage. Some of them don't really affect much, like the attack effects, which when you attack, you kind of just do a sound effect. But there are various amounts of badges to get. Each take a certain amount of power, so you have a certain amount of power to put into that, so you can have only a certain amount of badges with you. And there's a lot of variety to it, to be more defensive, be more attack-orientated, give yourself more health, etc., etc. Overall, in the end, it's a really good way to play and whatnot. I recommend it. It's really fun, it's simple. Even if you can't dodge every attack, it's pretty easy to either use items or just heal at certain areas. The game is not that overwhelming. And going on to the last thing, being Legacy. As a Mario game, it does a really good job of taking a lot of the things we know from Mario, Goombas, Koopas, Bloopers, Bowser, Princess Peach, and adding it into an RP adventure where you feel everything belongs, it feels natural. It feels like this is what Mario's life would be if it wasn't an action-packed game like the Mario Bros. Or Super Mario Bros. Or even newer Mario Bros. Wonder. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Or Mario Bros. Odyssey. Where you go around and you talk to people. Some people are hostile to you, but a lot of people are just living their life and you can talk to them. Another Legacy thing being that this is the next game RPG that Nintendo made after Super Mario and the 7 Stars. And I think this is a really good it did really well taking the RPG formula and what 7 Stars did, while making it a completely new series in their own style, being a paper 2D style, which is very nice here. Later on, they use a lot more of it. It's a crafted world and whatnot, which I like. So overall, for a game, another RPG after 7 Star, I think it does really good. It has a lot of good characters, you see a lot of new things, and whatnot. You get a lot of new partners in your thing that you've never met before. Overall, this game is fantastic. I highly recommend it. And I guess, in conclusion, the game really works from the story that is simple, yet has a lot of nuances to it. Not a bit of nuances. It's not Shakespeare. But it's not just, go save the princess. There are layers to it. The chapters are really well done. Each one feels unique and different from what you have to do. Some are quick, some are longer, and whatnot, but they all feel distinct. And even the places you go to, that's good, because all the places you go to are also distinct. And you having the ability to attack harder, get badges in your favor to take less damage or do more damage or anything, a lot of the things really. It really works together to make a comprehensive game that feels good to play, and I highly recommend it if you haven't. But that's it for me, so thank you my fellows for watching, and I will see you next anytime. Take care.